Hi, everybody. Welcome to the On Fire Show. This is the host, Daryl Brooks, with my other two great co-hosts. Yes, Rebecca. Are you there, Rebecca Boyd?
I am here. So excited to be here.
And Chris Cloud. Hey, Chris. Wow, man. How you doing?
It's a long time making. Glad to be here.
Thank you all for watching and supporting.
I am just a big patriot and lover of freedom. And
I'm coming to you guys from what I call the front line of the heartland.
Flip Ammo is your trusted source of high-quality ammunition. We're passionate about shooting and offer a wide range of products from bulk ammo to hard-to-find rounds, all at competitive prices. You can choose from local pickup or fast daily shipping. We are the fastest shippers in the industry. We strategically developed our space next to the UPS shipping center and can ship most orders same day till 7 p.m. Our dedicated customer service team is always available for any questions or product recommendations. Experience the passion, expertise, and exceptional service that sets us apart. Flip Ammo, your trusted source for high-quality ammunition.
The government for ammunition.
Yeah, I don't see us competing with the government for ammunition as much as if there's lots of companies around the world that make great ammunition now, and it's not just U.S. companies. And I know in the U.S. we favor U.S. domestic made brands, but lots of different, every country fights in wars, and they make their own ammunition, and so sourcing it from all around the country now, all around the world actually is kind of like our specialty. We don't just stick with the Federals and Winchesters and the Remingtons. There's lots of brands outside of that are coming into this country, and they're satisfying the appetite that we have here if our U.S. government can. I know Biden shut down the Lake City plant for commercial use, and it's only going to the military, which has now been a huge influx of Turkish ammo that's coming into this country that is covering that need. I think for a consumer, it really is no different than looking at the stock market. When you look at ammo prices, one day it's $50, next day it's $30, next day it's $70. It's just supply and demand, no different than any other industry. I think the difference for us is that it is actually something that is you can utilize it. It's a utilization tool, and it's also a tradable good under the worst of circumstances. I have a really funny story. During COVID, I was like taking a bunch of my ammo out of my truck into my home, and my neighbor, I was like, his whole car is stuffed with toilet paper. And he was like, I got all the toilet paper in the country. No one's going to have it anymore. And I was like, well, if I wanted to have it, I would just take my gun and get it, and like your toilet paper is nothing.
I know where to get toilet paper now. Thanks, neighbor.
Yeah.
Very smart thinking there, So for
Well,
me,
listen.
do you think that we're becoming a little bit too reliant on other countries manufacturing, not enough manufacturing of it here in the United States? Do you see that as
Yeah, I think that probably was going to be the case, Rebecca, during COVID. But when Remington finally fixed all of their internal corporate structure and have gone back to the market, that they've done a good job of supplying that now. I think the challenge now in the ammunition space is really, all of these old John Wayne lever action rifles, all of these old guns that, my dad had, my friends' fathers had, grandfathers have, that are, they're passing away now and passing those guns to their children. They don't make this ammunition anymore. And their children are like, wait, where do I even go find this? And that's what we really specialize in, not just 9mm and 5.56. We're talking stuff like 38-55 Winchester, 44-40, the round that won the West, 25-338 Federal, stuff that you probably don't even hear about. That's That's kind of be the next evolution of our space, which is all of these guns that my parents and the older generation had. Nobody sells their guns, like the only people that sell their guns are the husbands that die and their wife sells everything they got. That's the only way.
All of mine were lost in that tragic boating accident. So
Yep. And that's the only way these guns ever make it to the market. Otherwise, they get inherited by their children. And then their children are like, I've never even heard of a 300 Savage or a 3040 Krag. And where do I go find that? You're not going to find that in your local gun store. You're going to have to go online. And that's something that we really, really specialize in is hard to find stuff.
All right. Well, Curtis, I just want to thank you for coming on the show. And thank you for being a sponsor. It's 16 weeks. Listen, man, I love you, man. You've helped us out tremendously, and we're getting the message across. And we're going to send this all over Facebook and YouTube and Rumble and get people to know about Flip Ammo.
Super appreciate it, Chris, Rebecca, Daryl. Thank you so much, Chris. By the way, we're in Lorton, Virginia, so anytime you want to stop by, feel free to come on by.
Right on. I'm in Marshall. I'm in Fauquier County, the front line of the heartland.
I know exactly where that's at. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm here. Matter of fact, I'm here right now.
I know exactly where Lorton is. I know it well.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care. God bless. All right. Well, this is Daryl McKell Brooks of the On Fire Show. Yeah, we're here with Chris and Rebecca of the On Fire Show. So I've enjoyed this last segment with Curtis of Flip Ammo and also Black Rob, Black Rambo. I keep saying that there's a rapper called Black Rambo. Sorry about that. What do you think about the show? It's really. I think the show is really informative.
I think we're definitely evolving, and I like to see that, and it's becoming more fluid and more smooth.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited. Rebecca?
Yes, very more a good lineup of guests for the future too. So good things coming.
Oh yeah, I'm just so excited. Flip Ammo has decided to sponsor the show for 16 weeks.
That's awesome.
And we have no worries. We can just keep going and keep going. And listen, it gets better with great guests coming on the show. And one of the things I want to talk about right quick is the perks. Global TV Now, yes, 11,000 stations, and we got. First of all, Chris, we have to get Chris on it on Global TV Now, right out of Trenton, New Jersey, a buddy of mine. He said, Daryl, I want to give you guys free internet television. And it's because if you mention that and talk about it, and I've been involved with Global TV Now for the past couple of years doing some exciting work for them. And it's free internet, 11,000 stations. You get all HBO, Cinemax, Showtime, all the news stations. You get everything you want to know on the Global TV Now. You can check it out, www.globaltvnow.net. And Rebecca, you get the nice sit home on the weekends and watch some great shows on cable, internet TV.
Right. Yeah, I've been loving it. And it's great even for me. I'm kind of hard to please in the TV department. It's hard, something that I really love. And this comes with so many different options and movies and you want to watch on there. It's easy to use.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was just trying to work it on Chris's iPad. So one of the things that Chris, you had wanted to talk about, and we all three of us wanted to talk about what's happening with President Trump. And in the news, it's sad what's happening to America and what people are seeing and what past president, he's running for president again and 2024. And people are, they're talking about 2024 and they don't know what America looks like 2024. Chris, give us your view on that.
I don't think the left understands the fire that they're playing with. And I kind of break it down in stages, if you will. When they prosecute President Trump, that's going to guarantee his nomination. When they convict President Trump, that will guarantee his election. And if they so far as imprison President Trump, that's going to crown him king, and that's going to open the doors. And I'm very worried about that, honestly. And then there's one further step that I won't even mention.
Yeah.
That's a serious risk. And I think that
it will be televised.
as they keep trying to prosecute and persecute and keep him from the public eye, the blowback because of that is shocking to them, to the opposition. And it's like I really equate it to what happened on October 7th, where they're kicking a hornet's nest that they don't understand the ramifications, the consequences, the potential. And I don't know of anything that's been a greater existential threat to our country. I was listening to talk radio, as I do quite frequently, yesterday, and the morning host was just relentless, and it went on and on and on, this barrage of this shit show that we're dealing with. And the guy that comes on at 9 o'clock, I quite like. I listen to him frequently. WMAL in Washington, D.C. Chris Plant comes on at 9, and he has an open, and I couldn't stand it. I had to turn it off. I was so overwhelmed and disgusted with the weaponization of our agencies and the hypocrisy of Jack Smith and the overreach. I just had to turn it off. And it's kind of like Debbie and I went to see the movie Police State. It's the new Dinesh movie. And I had to walk out of it. I was getting so angry because I wasn't learning anything new. It wasn't revealing anything. It was just rubbing my face in this, right? And I'm sitting there and I'm just seething. And I said, I gotta, for my own, I gotta back away. And yesterday afternoon, another radio host came on and he was talking about the state of affairs and, oh my God, this and the inflation and the economy and all these things. And I'm like, to focus for our own mental health and our own well-being, we need to start focusing on how are we going to thrive? How are we going to survive? And then how are we going to thrive in this bullshit, in this septic tank of a culture and an economy? Is it side hustles? Is it branching out into new like firearms and that whole culture? But we've got to start doing something and focusing on how do we thrive in this. I think we're at a watershed moment. We're at a real watershed moment where when you look at what happened in the Netherlands with their election with Geert Wilders, and in Argentina and so many other places that are swinging in smaller nations, and I'm trying to use my words impeccably. I don't want to be demeaning, but in smaller nations, when that pendulum swings, it slams over the other side. In America, it tends to sway. Hopefully, it'll start swaying in the conservatives' direction, instead of just slamming over to a supremacist state.
One of the things that Chris and Rebecca, one of the things that that conservatives can do to really help each other out is when we go to the gun shows. Probably 95% of the people at the gun show are conservatives. We're buying each other products. They're buying our books, my books. They're going buying ammo from Flip Ammo. They're buying T-shirts, conservative T-shirts. If you get to if you go to the gun shows like Chantilly and Oaks and the rest of the ones, it's like a culture. It's like our culture, our family. It's like a big family reunion, and people are supporting each other because we're all conservatives.
Right.
And you may have a few liberals in there, but most of the people that are in there are conservatives. Rebecca?
Yeah, I think that's very true. I think most people go to the gun shows have a huge appreciation for freedom. It is to go and have that firearm. Like we were saying earlier, a lot of countries don't have embraced that in the United States, and you know how fortunate you are to have that right. It's like a mentality, and I think it's growing. I mean, we increase in gun owners during COVID. I think something clicked in a lot of our, you know, when things were getting hard, no one knew what to expect during the lock. Well, I'm on my own. You know, what happens if someone breaks into my home and the government's not going to just rush in to save you. So I started people's minds.
I've seen your pictures, Rebecca. Yeah, I've seen the pictures on Facebook. Nobody better not break in Rebecca's house.
My doors are locked, not only for my protection, but to break into my house. That's very true.
Yeah, it's and Chris, Rebecca, it's so sad what's happening to President Trump. And also, we're talking about what happened. Things are happening all across the country. If you look, I'm just going to pull up an article right now, but if you look what happened in Arizona, some of the things that are taking place, it's crazy what they're doing to Arizona voting officials charged for refusing to certify the 2022 election results in Arizona. Because people have a choice. This is America. We're supposed to have choices. We have rights. And like you said, Chris, earlier, that people the individuals in the government are using the government for to charge individuals, terrorists, homegrown terrorism. When you look at what's happening to our government, CIA, FBI, Department of Defense, Department of Justice, state government, they're using government to take on Americans who believe that something went wrong. And like I said, I was in the book 37 Days, there was something wrong with the election in 2022. And, it's so people have a choice. And if you don't have a choice, this is not America. And people are seeing that all over the country, like what's happening. In the book, we say, "Welcome to America." A lot of people have been slept through a revolution. Rip Van Winkle goes to sleep, wakes up. It was King George. Next thing you know, wake up in the morning, it's George Washington. People have been asleep through revolution, and they don't understand what's happening to our society and the culture, and they're walking around in some type of fantasy land, watching Dancing with the Stars and Atlanta Housewives, the craziest TV shows, the video games, the movies, and and they see now that people are how Trump has been indicted, and no other president has ever been indicted before. And what happens if Trump goes to jail? That's what a lot of conservatives are thinking. What happens if, Trump planes, he's in a plane and the wheels fall off in the middle of the sky, or engine just decided to pop off? What happens? And so we know about this government. We know about individuals, the dark side of the government, that, Martin Luther King assassinated, John F. Kennedy assassinated, Robert F. Kennedy assassinated, other individuals, Malcolm X, and the government played parts in it.
All by
the
Democrats.
Government assassination. All by Democrats. That's right, all by Democrats. So, and there are people that are happy, to see Donald Trump, former president and next president of the United States, they would have, there are people who will say, yeah, they want him to go to jail, or they want him, there's something to happen to him. They want his engine to fall off and wheels to fall off in hundreds of thousands of feet in the sky, and so this tells you what kind of sick Americans are in this country. And it's so disappointing, the stuff that I hear from the Democrats from the left. Lock him up. It's just sad.
And their projection, the projection that they exhibit when they talk about, oh, if Trump gets reelected, he's going to do these things. Well, the things that they rattle off are all the things that they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Persecuting their not even their enemies, but their rivals.
Yep.
Persecuting their challengers. Look at what's happened to Mayor Eric Adams. Mayor Eric Adams said, this immigration situation is really going to bankrupt New York. 2 days later, his campaign manager gets raided. They take her phones, her personal phones and her business phones, and then they go raid Eric Adams, the sitting mayor of New York City. They take his personal phones, they take his business phones and his tablets. And
I knew it was
one day after that, a woman, a mystery woman, anonymous, claims that she was raped by Eric Adams 34 years ago.
Welcome to America.
Welcome to America. Welcome to the left. These people have no tolerance for dissension, and they will go to any length to silence any opposition.
It's a repeat. They did the same thing when Trump got elected. The first economy, he's going to start World War III, and here we are. And we did in Trump than we do right now. The economy was booming. I mean, the correlation there between what we had under President Trump, what we have now, I mean, huge difference.
They've made come true every single thing that they threatened Donald J. Trump was going to do has come true under this this vegetant sitting in office right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You know, people have to wake up, read, look at different news services. We got to look at OWN, Newsmax, other sources from around the country, even around the world, because there are credible news agencies around the world that are talking about American politics and what's happening in our state. You know, so people need to wake up, think for themselves, do the research. You know, Glenn Beck always says, listen, don't take it from me. Research yourself. I'm just a person that's gonna push the information out, but you have the knowledge right there in your hand, on your computer, you know, your laptop, your desktop. Look up the information yourself. Look up the truth. Don't be afraid to stand up. Don't be afraid to look for information and speak about it. Speak about the information that's happening, because a lot of people are suffering more than ever before. A lot of people don't know what's happening, and a lot of people are angry, and they don't know where to turn. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
And expand your knowledge.
Yeah. So let's
committed to one news station. Don't just
for me.
Fox News.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I tend, I guess in the past couple of years, I'll watch CNN, I'll watch MSNBC, I'll watch Fox News, I'll watch OWN, I'll watch the different radio shows, I'll turn on Glenn Beck, I'll turn on Tucker Carlson. What are each in these individuals saying? And look for the truth. The truth is not on CNN and MSNBC, but you need to know what they're saying. You need to know your enemy, know the Marxists, the cultural Marxists that are pushing their certain agenda. And that's what we talk about in the book, Welcome to America, how cultural Marxism is slowly destroying our country, and it's fast destroying our country. Listen, we'll be right back. We're going to go to our commercials, flip ammo, and then come right back with the Ben Salem Trump story. We'll be right back. Oh, we're right back. Oh, okay. We'll be right back, people.
Flip Ammo is your trusted source of high-quality ammunition. We're passionate about shooting and offer a wide range of products from bulk ammo to hard-to-find rounds, all at competitive prices. You can choose from local pickup or fast daily shipping. We are the fastest shippers in the industry. We strategically developed our space next to the UPS shipping center and can ship most orders same day till 7 p.m. Our dedicated customer service team is always available for any questions or product recommendations. Experience the passion, expertise, and exceptional service that sets us apart. Flip Ammo, your trusted source for high-quality ammunition.
Wow, I love that commercial. Thanks, Lana. Yeah, Lana put that commercial together within about an hour. Yes, that's the Trump store, Ben Salem, Pennsylvania. Yes, and go check it out. Go get your Trump shirts, your Trump shoes, your Trump pocketbooks, your Trump. Listen, everything, your Trump mugs, everything Trump is at that Ben Salem store, and it's so exciting. I just want to thank the Trump store for sponsoring the show. I just want to thank Flip Ammo for definitely sponsoring as the main sponsor for the next 16 weeks. And we're planning on getting some more sponsors. I will thank once again globaltvnow.net for giving us free internet television. That's exciting. After the show is over, I'll be watching some internet TV, globaltvnow.net. Listen, guys, I just want to thank you, and we've had a great show. I'm excited about next week and the next guests that we have. And if anybody out there have any suggestions about guests, please give us a call or send us an email or hit us up on Facebook. Rebecca Boyd, myself, Daryl M. Brooks, and Chris Cloud. And any last words, guys? Rebecca?
No, great show. We come up had awesome guests on. We have great sponsors. Have available ammo in the Trump store. You can't go wrong.
Oh yeah, definitely. And thanks to Black Rambo for coming on the show. He's always exciting. Hopefully he sends it out. We're going to send this show out to thousands of people. So please subscribe to the On Fire show. Please share the show. And listen, we got to get on Rumble. So that's we're going to try to get on Rumble in the next days. That'll be exciting. Well, listen, thank you all. And I'm sure we're going to be talking in a few days and having great guests. But we've all had great guests on. I mean, we have had great guests that that gave out a lot of great information to the people and to the It's been a great 3 shows. Having Mary Sabin on, Alan Keyes, and the Black Rambo, and my man Kurt from Flip Ammo. So we want to thank you all. God bless for watching the On Fire show. Welcome to America, and we'll see you next week. Peace.
Good night, everyone.
Good night. Take care.
Good night.
God bless.